Hello and welcome to the Movie Class 007 Keyboard Road Warrior series, where we play Euro Truck Simulator 2 with nothing but a laptop and its keyboard. So, we ended our last journey. We were a gnat's whisker from levelling up to level 14. Our skill level is at 5.8, and we're on our way. Right, we're going to go and find a garage to repair the truck. Oh, parking brakes engaged. We're going to repair the truck, and then we're going to recuperate. We're at £84,000, so after our rest and recuperation, I think we can probably purchase our next truck. Took that a bit wide. Yes, so we're going to go on to the recruitment market. We're going to... We went through a red light there, but I need to go back so I can see it. Yes, we're at £84,649, which is more than enough to purchase the next truck. We need £1,200 for the agency fee. So I think that takes us to 83. So we should be all right. But we need... Oh, hang on. I'm looking at the wrong thing on my map. Oh yes, of course we need discoverables. We should have turned right. Alrighty then. We're going to take the next two rights. We're going to find the discoverables, and then we're going to lock and load. Right. Okay. Yes, so today, last night I was looking at, I was trolling the internet and YouTube and having a look around at what's going on, and recently CES happened, the Computer Entertainment Show. Sorry, the Consumer Electronics Show. What the hell am I talking about? The Consumer Electronics Show. And at the Consumer Electronics Show, Valve, who runs Steam, which is the software delivery and rights management system that I'm using for this game. Oh, I just went through a red light. Oh, well, £280. That's not good. So, sorry, they run Steam, and Steam is a game delivery system. It's also a device rights management system. So it's a way of selling software and making sure that people are not pirating that software. I mean, it has its problematic, questionable aspects, but I like it. A friend of mine hates it with a passion, but I quite like it. I like the fact that I don't have to have a disc anymore. This is a thing that was an issue for me initially. I was one of these, where's my disc? Where's my disc? Why have I not got a disc? Without a disc. So I'm not doing well with the junctions today. Really doing badly with the junctions today. That's embarrassing. Yeah, these trucks need to have a load behind them. They're a little bit difficult to manage without a load. But they've announced a thing called Steam. They've announced a Steam controller, which is a controller which is very much like a PlayStation or Xbox controller, but instead of analog sticks, it has pads. So we discovered a recruitment agency and a DAF dealership, and it's the DAF dealership we're going to turn into. Because it's the DAF dealership where we're going to do our repairs. Yes, they unveiled a controller which everybody knew about. Also, they've unveiled something called Steam boxes. Right, let's see how much this is going to cost us to repair. £832. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Right. I wonder whether we will go down in income or up in income after we have had our rest. So, engine off, power brake, parking brake on. That sounded like loan instalment went out. Yeah, loan installment. Yep, no, we can't do it. Rest actually cost us two loan instalments went out, so we went from 83 to 73. And one of our drivers couldn't find a job. So let's go to the bank. So that backfired a little bit. But 27 out of 70, okay. So we've repaid. We've got 196 out of 320 to pay. So, all right, that's not good. Right, let's get a job. Let's get a job. Let's go to the market and find a job. So we're not going to be increasing the size of our fleet today, as I thought we would. And we're in Glasgow. So we can go to Strasbourg in France, Calais, Frankfurt, Swansea, Düsseldorf, Rotterdam. Where's Strasbourg? Let's do that. Nice big fat 30k payout, which will get us towards our goal of increasing our fleet. Yes, let's take that. And let's get our screenshot of it so that we can yes, we can keep a record of it. Okay, so actually, while we're here, let's look at our drivers, because I'm a bit concerned that one of our drivers is not pulling his weight. Imre. No, just the one job. That's fine. You just missed out on the one job. Okay, fair enough. No. It happens periodically. You can't avoid it. Sometimes your drivers will not be able to get employment from the location that they're at with parking brakes on. So let's head to where our load is. They're letting us out. Fair enough. And there's nothing coming from the right. And our load is going to be on the right as well, I believe. Let's take a closer look at that. No. We want to get around these because they're turning right, and we'd be stuck at that yellow if we waited there. So we need to turn all right after the bridge, huge bridge, and I believe it's the ITCC building on the left-hand side that we need to go into to get our load. So let's pick up our load. And there we go. This is going to be another one of these ones where a significant chunk of the job is going to be on the ferry, and that's fine. I know it's less driving, but we are company building. This is what this game is about. It's about creating a little trucking empire. And there we are, we're hooked up. So let's deliver this load to Strasbourg in France. Strasbourg sounds like a very Germanic name, and you would not be surprised to learn that that part of the France-Germany border has changed hands so many times until recently, until post World War II, that it's not surprising. Right. We had a break. We're gonna make everyone's life difficult by blocking that lane. Yes, you wouldn't be surprised to learn how often that border changed. So, parking brake. Gosh, how many times? I've got the hang of putting it on. I'm not getting the hang of taking it off, am I? So, steam machines. Essentially, a steam machine is a sort of a PC box that sort of could be a console that runs Steam's version of an operating system, and its primary function is to hook up to your TV in your living room to use in big picture mode, to use this box with your living room TV. Okay, we're being let out by that guy, but not those guys. That's fine. That's fine, we'll take every advantage. Right, as soon as that Range Rover's gone, we're through. Thank you, guys. It seems like a really good idea. It also seems like a really dumb idea. The box is small and unobtrusive, and it will sit neatly next to the PS4 and the Xbox, and it won't have all of the peripherals dangling off it like a PC will. And most of them are significantly smaller than the PC would be anyway. They're also, if you look at the specs, you'd think, what on earth? They're quite underpowered, until you remember how much operating CPU power is gobbled by Windows. Windows is a deeply inefficient operating system, incredibly CPU hungry, and not what it wouldn't be my preferred system for this sort of, for any kind of computer, but it is probably the most populous and most games available on it, and I'm going to have a PC for playing this game. I would prefer to have a Mac, but Macs are so expensive, and when I do have a Mac, it'll be a laptop. This time next year, the aim is to have a MacBook Air. So having a less powerful box for running games might seem counterintuitive until you factor in that sort of it's using its own IOS, which is more efficient, and it's not using Windows. It's actually, I think, using Linux as its base. I think Steam iOS uses a Linux as its basis. Linux is more homebrew, and it's less it's harder to use. But I mean, that's why it's more efficient than Windows. Windows is so CPU hungry because it's so easy to use. That's the biggest problem. It's one of it, I think Windows could be better. I think Windows could be done better. You only have to look at Mac OS to realise that it can be done. Oh, actually, I'm on the wrong magnification. I can't see where I'm going. You only have to look at macOS to see how it can be done, how it can be just as pretty, in fact prettier, and how it can be more power efficient. But until I'm considerably wealthier, I'm not going to be bothering with a Mac for the time being. The other problem I have with Macs is they're not very expandable. Microsoft don't make the hardware; they just make the software, and then you can get the hardware from wherever you want and build your own computer, and that's fantastic. But it does make for compatibility issues. Macs are very locked, closed systems. The machines are glued rather than screwed, making it very difficult to get in, and impossible to get in without breaking the warranty. Impossible to get in without doing some kind of damage to the machine itself. I've Testing.com did a teardown of the new iPad, and it caused some damage to the iPad getting it open, because they use the glue. They glue everything in. They glue the motherboard to the case. They glue the battery to the case. They glue the glass that you touch to the case. They glue everything in. I know they will claim that it's to make it seem seamless and attractive, but it is essentially to make it repairable. They don't want you repairing these things. They want you buying a new one. That's why they release a brand new one every year. It's why they make changes to them that are cosmetic, or every other changes are cosmetic ones, so that you can see the difference, so that people can see which version you have. This is all so that you buy a new one in a year or two's time. This is why they are the most profitable company on the face of the earth. They're more powerful than even Google. Which is slightly disappointing, and would be I would be much more angry with them if I didn't love that. I feel like such a whore because I love the product. I'm recording this video is being recorded on an iPhone, and in order to make sure that I don't run out of space on my little iPhone before I run out of time, I've got a timer on an iPad playing next to me. And this time, as I said, this time next year, I would be playing, if I played this game on a keyboard this time next year, I would be playing it on a Mac. Because I will have actually, I wouldn't be playing it on a Mac. I don't think a MacBook Air would be capable of playing this game. It may be. Yeah, it may be, actually. You never know. That's an interesting thought. Because this is a lowest spec laptop with no graphics whatsoever. Yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I won't have a MacBook. I won't have a Mac just yet. We'll see what the new we'll give it a couple of years. I don't want to. I'm going to be constructing a PC for this game, and I'm going to be wanting to put a huge chunk of cash down on a mortgage, which is going to put me in a position where I'm not going to have any money for quite a while. So it's unlikely that I'll have a proper Mac for a while, unless I win the lottery. And that ain't likely. So the Steam machines, I'm intrigued. The one that intrigues me most is the Alienware one. It's the prettiest to look at by a large margin. Alienware make laptops and computers specifically for gaming anyway, so this is already a company that are aimed at gamers. There's no price on it yet, though. The Alienware Steam machine hasn't got a price, which is a bit worrying, and Alienware traditionally are reasonably expensive. Okay, we've got to cut out, so that we don't avoid clattering into the back of a vehicle like we did in the last video. So I'm recording sufficient of these so that hopefully there should be 3 a week. Monday, Wednesday and Friday is the plan. At the moment I'm releasing them on New Zealand time, So that's 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock on in New Zealand, midnight in the UK. That's going to change when I get back to the UK, probably, because at midnight I'll be gaming, not thinking about uploading videos. But the plan is to have enough of these ready so that I can launch them onto YouTube 3 times a week: Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The plan is to reach level 150 before the end of the year, before I get my Uber computer, at which point I will be playing this game on YouTube with a wheel and much better graphical fidelity. I'll also have been streaming. I'll also have been uploading PlayStation videos at that point as well, so you can see how bad I am at PlayStation games. I am properly appalling at them. I love them, don't get me wrong. I play them often enough that I have managed somehow to garner enough trophies to get myself to level 12 on the old, and 4 platinums. I've got 4 platinums as well. I've got LA Noire. I got the Saboteur. I got Assassin's Creed 2, and what was the other one I got? I've got a 4th platinum. What the heck was it? Oh, The Walking Dead Series 1. Yes. So I will be picking up The Walking Dead Series 2 when that comes out, because I love those series of games. The storytelling is amazing, and the emotional turmoil that the writers put you through is incredible. The game's been out over a year now. Is it over a year? Over a year now. So if you haven't played it, you're probably unlikely to play it. So I'm not spoiling anything when I say I think the 2nd episode. There's a shocking moment where a chap is having a heart attack, and your character is busily trying to save his life by giving him CPR, and the 3rd character throws a huge block of salt on this alien character's head to kill him immediately. And it's such a shocking moment. I was playing it on the sofa. The missus was sat next to me, surfing the net, reading a book. She just happened to look up when that happened. I think she was interested by the whole CPR thing, that the character was giving CPR. So she happened to be looking at the screen when the salt lick hit the guy's head. And when I say salt lick, I'm talking about a thing the size of a railway siding. Sort of huge, but basically it's a huge block of solid salt that farmers chuck in a field so that cows can lick it, so they can get their sodium levels up. Because believe it or not, there was a time when our food didn't have enough salt in it. We had low sodium levels. Now, of course, all pre-prepared food comes with so much salt, you wouldn't believe it. So yes, I'm not. Although actually, The Walking Dead is a relatively easy game to get a platinum on. To be honest, you just play the game and you get a platinum. It's not a massive achievement. So I'm proud. I'm prouder of my LA Noire, my Saboteur, and my Assassin's Creed 2 platinums than I am of my Walking Dead platinum. But it's still a platinum. It still counts. But yeah, I was very proud of my Assassin's Creed platinum. The finding some of the objects in one of the side missions is to collect tablets. These circular discs which slot into the front of statues that are underneath your main character's base. And these things are incredibly difficult to get to. It takes hours to get through. I mean, I probably spent a quarter of my game time getting these tablets, because you've got a certain amount of time to do something. They involve complex puzzles. They involve leaping and diving and running and jumping, which can, in a combination, which can be really complicated and very, very difficult to do. And the relief more than pride at getting these things done is palpable. There's a significant relief at having collected this item. So when the platinum popped up, I was very proud of that one, and I was proud of the Saboteur one. That one was quite difficult to get. It was that was long-winded to get. There were a lot of collectibles in that game, a lot of collectibles, and in order to get the platinum, you have to get the collectibles, and it was made very difficult. I was doing a huge chunk of... Okay, I nearly missed my turn off there. I was doing... I'd started Assassin's Creed 2 in the UK. I'd played maybe a couple of hours of it, and then I stopped playing it. And then a friend of mine back in the UK had been eulogising He'd fell in love with the Assassin's Creed series. He's played all of the European ones repeatedly, and so I started playing them again out of interest because of his interest in them, and I played Assassin's Creed 2 non-stop, relentlessly for a week. Was it 2 weeks? A week or 2 weeks? One of the two. Played it relentlessly and got the platinum. It's the first time I've ever done that. Played it relentlessly. That's got a lot of collectibles. You collect feathers, you collect gold from little treasure boxes, yeah, I was incredibly proud of that. But the Saboteur collectibles, it's you're destroying Nazi paraphernalia. You're destroying propaganda speakers. You're destroying gun emplacements. You're destroying searchlights, you're destroying mortar positions, you're destroying tanks emplaced, you're destroying scout car locations that are emplaced, you are destroying radio towers. There are a lot of these. Oh gosh, I nearly clattered into that Scania and got away with it. Just saw a speed camera. Actually, I'm looking at my kilometres an hour, thinking it's miles an hour, remembering that I'm in the UK in this game. Let's slow down because you've got to turn right at this one. See, when I've got my steering wheel, I'll be able to indicate, because indicating with a steering wheel is actually a natural thing. I just do it out of habit now. I've got right. Okay, let's concentrate on this. Concentrate on where we get this ferry, because we screwed up good and proper in the last video, and it took some serious wiggling to get me back on track. Okay. So where is the entrance to the port? Oh, we'll just enter it. We just go straight in. That's fine. That's nice and easy. That's good. No worrying. What was I talking about? Yes, indicating has become natural for me. Okay. So let's look at our possible destinations. So we don't want Bergen, because that's the wrong direction. We want Mulden? I don't know what the heck that is. That will have to be investigated before I make the next video. But yes, that's where we want to go. The Netherlands. So we're going to the Netherlands. We're going to go through the Netherlands to France. That's how we're going to get to Strasbourg. So we're fully rested. Let's below this popsicle stand. Oh, of course, now we've had our massive break. We've got enough money for our truck. Yes, no doubt before we get to our destination, it'll want some. The bank will want some of that. Ooh. I should have gone then. I could have gone then. I am going to regret that decision. Very much going to regret that decision, unless some kindly person lets me come through. Oh, there we go. Right. Oop, wrong one. That's... Oh, do you know what? I am... touching the barrier. I got away with it, but I was touching the barrier. The gate. I was touching the gate on the left-hand side as I was turning right. So this is going to be a very mediocre performance from me today. I can feel it now. I apologise in advance. Hopefully the conversation will make up for the mediocre driving. So yes, as I was saying, when it comes to driving in my real life, indicating is just it's a habit. It's a thing I do when I'm turning. My brain makes the maneuver to indicate for me without me having to think about it. And so that will be a new, fresh and interesting part of my... Whoa, what the heck? What the heck? What are you thinking? What on earth were you thinking about? The AI really needs that update. It needs it now. Give me the update. I want the update. It's, I mean, you have to give them a bit of leeway. AI is possibly one of the most complicated things that you can do in a game. Even mega bucks companies like Polyphony can't get AI perfectly right. Activision can't get AI perfectly right. EA can't get AI perfectly right. God, that was difficult to say. EA can't get AI perfectly right. It's very difficult. Whoa. Yeah, I nearly clattered into the back of that car. I probably could have made it around, but we need to be left. We need to be going left anyway, so we need to be following the road round to the left. Interestingly, I had some stuck pixels in the top left corner of my monitor a couple of videos ago, or a video ago, and they're gone. That's confusing to me. See, the AI should have stuck his foot down. That little white car should have stuck his foot down and gone in front of me. That's what a real person would have done, because a real person hasn't got time for lorries. A real person doesn't give a toss about lorries. It's one of the things, actually, that streamer JCDDM Dad talks about when he was a trucker. He was saying a lot of people complain about the AI, that it's stupid and suicidal, and he said actually it's not. That's actually not that far from the truth of how drivers behave, isn't it? A truck, for some reason, they create a blind spot which this truck sits in, and they don't see the trucks in the same way that they don't see motorcyclists and bikers. And he said that's why he always has his lights on when he's driving a truck. Okay, I need to slow down because I need to get in the other lane. He always has his lights on when he's driving a truck so that people can see him, because otherwise he will pop into that blind spot. As a truck, he and his truck will pop into that blind spot. Yeah. So if you've got a minute, watch JCDDM Dad, JCDDM DAD. I think he streams at 7 p.m. UK time. I think that's when he streams. So if you work your GMT from that, he's in Washington State in the United States, so he will be doing it on Pacific time, US Pacific time. But yes. So Steam machines do interest me. I don't know whether I'll buy one because I'm buying this Uber PC to play this game, and I'm going to want to stream. So I'm probably sorted, and I'm not that bothered by what sits next to my television. I'm not that fussed about the aesthetics of my living room, where some people are. This will probably appeal to people who are gamers but are troubled by the aesthetics of Rumble Strip. Troubled by the aesthetics of their living room, and so for them the Steambox is probably a better solution, particularly if they are not playing games that require a keyboard. If you require a keyboard, these are going to be much more difficult to play in a lean back environment. But yeah. Oh, no, I need to let that car go and then get in the other lane so that I'm not heading to the wrong city. Oh, no. I need to go that way. Pay attention to the mini-map. I need to flick my eyes between the mirrors, the road ahead, the front of the truck, road ahead, and the near-distance road ahead, and also the mini-map. £540. Woohoo! Your drivers won't make much money at the beginning of the game. In fact, every driver that you hire will probably make £100, £200 when he's making money, if he's not able to find work. It's only once they've leveled up. Once they've leveled up and they've done quite a few jobs that they start to earn the big bucks, and then you get the £2,000, the £3,000. Eventually, some of them will be earning £11,000, £15,000, £17,000. The first three drivers that I hired in my private profile, and I'm at level 31 on my private profile now. The first three drivers that I hired are now making 18 to 20 grand a journey, which is one of the reasons why I am able to start to be in a position now at the end of a long journey to be able to buy the garage, to upgrade the garage, and to kit it out with lorries and drivers at the end of every journey. It's because I've got at least three drivers, possibly four drivers, making 18 to 20 grand at the same pace as me. The lorry choices, the truck choices that I make, you're talking £144,000 to buy a garage, £80,000 to upgrade it. The Volvos that are my preferred choice, I buy online and then I downgrade the engine. They cost there's another loan instalment, so we're back to 78. Sorry, we're back to 78. The lorry choice I make is I think is £80,000 to £520. 5 of those. Plus, in the private profile, I paint them a sort of a purple colour to match the city of Liverpool colour. That's another 4,000 per truck. So it's about 660,000 to buy and to make fully operational a garage. I can do that with I usually start with about 200,000. I go do my traditional 2 or 3 rest breaks to get to daylight. I start with 200,000. I'm doing a journey. I'm doing a journey that requires at least 1 rest break. That's another 200,000. So I'm 400,000 just during my rest breaks. and then and I'm getting another 200,000 from my drivers during the journey itself. So yes, at the end of every journey, and I'm picking the journey that's also going to earn me usually 50 to 60,000 pounds at the end of the journey. So I'm in a position where I'm able to afford to buy and fully kit out and upgrade a garage at the end of every journey now. So my empire's snowballing. They are obviously the first journey that the drivers makes like £100. So you get £500 from your first journey. Then maybe each one's getting £500, so you're getting £2,500 from your next journey. Then you're getting £5,000 from that next journey, and they will make. By the time I've made my one journey, my beginning drivers are on their fourth or fifth journey if they have managed to get a job. Ooh, I'm running low on fuel. Damn it! I had not spotted that. Okay, that's all right. I've got a garage coming up. That's good. And there it is on the minimap. If I'd have waited a couple of seconds, I would have seen it on the minimap. I would have looked like a hero, but instead I just look like a noob. And there's the garage that we're going to use. We're going to slow down. I'm actually going to use our indicators. We don't need to rest. We're fully rested. It would be a waste of 11 hours of journey time. Engine off. Parking brake on. Fuel in. Wow, we really are filling this tank. £1,383 or 1,184.25 litres. Engine on. Parking brake off. Let's get rid of that. So, 7 hours of journey time left. We are fully rested, fully fueled. We shouldn't need to come to a halt for any other reason. So, it's just us and the road ahead. What on earth was I talking about before the fuel? I don't know, but we were talking about Steam. So, I mean, I'm quite excited about Steam. I am interested to see how it will work with things like Civ and Democracy, when you'd normally play that with a mouse and a keyboard. I'm interested to see. Now, a bunch of people have been that I follow on YouTube have been to the Consumer Electronics show, and they have visited the Valve stand to check out Steam boxes and the Steam controller, and all of the games that they were showing off were first-person shooters, which are ideally suited for a gamepad. So there isn't. A driver is Imre's leveled up. Does that mean that Imre's going to start earning me the big bucks? He's already earned me £2,000 because I've gone up to £80,300, which is good news. We shouldn't be paying a bank loan before the end of this journey. And our income, our rest, should cover the next loan instalment. So we should be all right on that front. So we are. We're 6.25 hours away from our destination. So yes, they were showing first-person shooters with the controller. So we've got no idea how it will work with a non-shooter, and we've no idea how this controller is going to work with a game that normally requires a keyboard. Now, Civ doesn't require a keyboard a lot unless you want to rename the towns. You only probably really need the keyboard at the very beginning of the game to put details in and so on and so forth, to sort of name game saves. But other than that, really, Civ 5 shouldn't really require a mouse or keyboard. You can do all of the mouse stuff with the controller because it's capacitive touch rather than analog. Oh crikey! No, I need that turn off. That was close. So it'll be interesting to see. We've got another traffic jam. This is going to be annoying. I can see this now. What might have to happen is I might have to... Oh no, we're moving. Phew. Very slowly. I might have to save the game, back out and come back in. All of which I'm afraid I will do off screen because I don't want information to be shown. Are we going to suffer? We might be alright, you know. We might be alright. I'm hoping that I'm not going to block this guy. Yeah, I'm not going to block this guy. Alright. No saving required. Yes, sometimes what will happen is you'll get stuck in this... At junctions like that, you'll get stuck. Because what will happen is one direction of traffic starts to block the other direction of traffic. And then the direction of traffic that's newly blocked, in turn, blocks your direction of traffic, and then you end up in a stalemate, and the only way out of it is to escape the game, is to save your game and then come back in. And what happens is that it gets rid of the vehicles in front of you, so the traffic jam behind you remains, but the vehicles in front of you are gone. Not 100% realistic, but because the AI is so monumentally stupid, it's the only way to get around it. You can't get the AI to back up out of the way as real people would. Real people would sort of find a way of sneaking to the edges of the road, using hard shoulders and grassy verges to sort of get out of the way so that people can move on, whereas the AI rigidly sticks to the centre of the road, and the only time it ever deviates from that is if you punt it away from the centre of the road by crashing into it, or it can... green. I have flashed over one of those as it was flashing red. I don't think I'll ever do it again because I nearly got hit by a train, sorry. Actually, what would have happened is I would have been hit by the barrier as the barrier came down, and then I would have been hit by the train. So I wouldn't do this. It's a thing I wouldn't have done in real life. It nearly cost me my load, because I'm certain that it would have done significant damage to load. I think a train smack in the back of a load would have totaled the load probably, so I would have earned nothing from the journey. Okay. I'm not sure what's going on here. This is a really weird... Whoa. That was interesting. Yeah, we somehow managed to do a 1% of damage to our lorry. I'm guessing that is wear and tear. I've never ever done a journey where I've ended up with 0% damage. Once I was able to drive my own lorry, and once I was doing journeys longer than just going to the next city. So yes, a quick look at what awaits us in Strasbourg. So we're going to earn 29,000, so nearly 30,000 K. I don't think there's any way that the bank can stop us from buying that fourth truck. Sorry. So we've got 28 hours, well, nearly 29 hours to do this. We need a rest break in 6 hours, but it's only going to take us 5.5 hours to get there. I may take a rest break before we get... Actually, no, I'm not going to bother. I was thinking about it. I was thinking maybe I should take a rest break before we get Let's have a look at the maps, see what's coming up. Where we are. We're about to go through Luxembourg. We're actually going through Luxembourg for some reason. So I am going to collect those 2 collectibles in Luxembourg. And then, yeah, see, it's the outskirts. Oh no, we've been to Strasbourg. Should be picking cities we haven't been to. It's a good job we're going through Luxembourg. There's so many cities we have been to that I should have gone to a city that we haven't been to. Yeah. So once we've been through, we've passed Metz. Oh no, there isn't another. Yeah, once we've been past Luxembourg, I think depending on how much free time we've got, once we've been through Luxembourg, I'll take a rest. Because I don't want to mess around with time because we've got plenty of time. We've got 30 hours and 29 hours to deliver this. So, and it's only going to take us another 5 hours. So Metz isn't going to hurt us. Luxembourg isn't going to hurt us one bit. And adding 11 hours to our journey time means 16. It's going to take us 16 hours to get there. And I'm completely fine with that. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That might push us into a daylight delivery, an early morning delivery. And that's also fine by me. So yeah, the idea of a Steambox does appeal to me, but as I've already said, I'm going to buy this Uber computer, and I'm not bothered that the computer's going to sit down next to the telly, and we're probably going to be in a small enough place that we're not going to be able to have a spare room for a computer, which means the computer's going to have to sit in the living room, and it might as well sit next to the telly. And in fact, what might happen is the telly might end up being the PC monitor anyway. Which is fine. Which is completely fine with me. I don't know how fine it's going to be with the missus, but her priority is to get a garden. She wants a garden and a nice big kitchen and a nice big bathroom. And if that means a smaller living room, then that's fine by the both of us. We're really not that bothered about the size of the living room. The living room is essentially only going to be a place for watching telly and playing games. And I don't mind if that's relatively small. I'm quite happy with that. Okay. Whoa, what the heck? Oh no, I've damaged my load. Yeah, damn it! Yeah, bye-bye excellent, my run of excellence. My run of excellence is over. That was really stupid. So we're in Luxembourg. We are going to take a left, I believe. And we're going to I'm going to change the magnification. Oh, that's annoyed me now. The run of excellence is over. So we've discovered Luxembourg, which we've done. We haven't deviated yet. So let's just check the map a second. So we're going to turn left, but we're going to carry on. We're not going to turn right when the game instructs us to. And it's remarkable how used I've got to driving on the right-hand side of the road and the left-hand side of the vehicle. I thought it would be more of an issue than it has been. The only problem I've got is the initial sort of brain fade of remembering what side of the road you're supposed to be driving on. As soon as I'm on that side, I'm fine. As soon as I'm on that side, I'm absolutely fine. So we are now, where are we? Not this right, but the next right. So we're not going, that's actually a delivery point. So we're not going into that delivery point. We do want to be on that side. So let's be a complete douche and block both lanes. I wish I could see my mirror, see how close I am. See that mirror that's at the top, it's center of the screen. Oh, and we are go. That's why he disappeared. I was wondering where the heck he went. He disappeared because the traffic lights changed to green and we could go. And so we should get a recruitment agency and a truck dealership from this. So we're not going to turn right because we'd miss the Volvo dealership. And we're going to turn right here and collect the recruitment agency. Ah, curses. Parking brake on. Yeah, so it interests me. If the wife and I buy a bigger place, and she doesn't, and we get a third bedroom, because we're going for a 2-bedroom place. So we get a third bedroom. The third bedroom is going to be where the computer goes. It's where I'm going to stream from. Under those circumstances, having a Steam box will actually be quite nice. Having a box that sort of hides itself along with the PS3 will be quite useful. Right, so Luxembourg. Right, once we've left Luxembourg, we're going to go get a rest. And because there is no rest stop between Luxembourg and Strasbourg. Ugh. No, I would have made it anyway. Sometimes the vehicles in front of you, if they're turning, it's one of those things that I haven't quite mastered yet. Is working out which lane to be in at a junction, depending on whether I think it requires knowledge of the place that requires knowledge of the city you're driving through as to whether a vehicle is going to stop and turn or whether it's not. If it's if you're behind a lorry, then all bets are off. But if you're behind a car, they won't turn into a depot, but they will turn into a road, and so it becomes running along the grass. I was a bit worried I was going to damage the load. It becomes a guessing game as to whether the vehicle, whether it is a depot that the traffic lights are by, or whether it's or just the open junction, or whether it is just a road. In which case, it's a good idea to not be in the lane that turns into that road. It's fine to be in that lane if you're behind a car, because the car will not turn into a depot. Although in real life a car wouldn't, there's no reason why a car shouldn't turn into a depot. In the game, there's no reason for the car to turn into the depot. That's an extra level of complexity that maybe the game designers wouldn't want to build in, because it's not 100% necessary. So yes, I will wait for Steam boxes to become a thing. I don't want to buy a Steam box and then discover that Steam boxes actually went the same way as the 3DO. And if you don't know what I'm talking about when I say 3DO, then I've made my point. 3DO was a game system, but it was a game system that wasn't built by one manufacturer. It was an architecture which anybody was allowed to get a license for and build. And we wanted this as a rest stop. Damn it. Let's see if we can swing over and reverse into this rest stop. Oh, no, no. Oh, no, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Damn it. Did I miss the only... I missed the only bleeding rest stop. Okay. Well, that's annoying. That's annoying. It's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to have a rest break before we got to Strasbourg, but it's not going to happen now. And it's cost us £320 to do it, which we really could have afforded without. I think we've paid another loan instalment, because we're down to 80,022. We're paying these loan instalments awfully rapidly. Much more rapidly than I imagined. Oh no. Oh no. Get off my lorry. I've just clattered. I think the 2% is from the damage done reversing. This is going to be satisfactory at best, probably good work, but it's not, in my book, good work. Ooh, John has made £1,000. That was nice of him. We're going to make 20,000. 29,000 in fact. Well, we won't make 29,000 because we've done 2% damage. We're probably going to lose about £1,000 worth. Oh, actually, I'm not running wrong magnification. It's possibly why I missed the flipping rest stop, because I was on the wrong magnification. We're probably going to make 20. Slow down for these big corners. We're going to be on a smaller road, which means that more than likely we're going to be stuck behind traffic. So this journey's going to start to get more difficult. The big roads are easier because you can just put your foot down and go, and for the most part they're relatively straight, which means that you don't have to slow down for curves. I mean, we're on the outskirts of Metz, which is why the roads are so curved. So, for want of a better word, wiggle. Oh, you're kidding me. You can be doing the best work. Well, I mean, I wasn't doing the best work ever, but you can be doing the best work or whatever, or you can be getting away with it, and then suddenly you're not getting away with it, and you don't get away with it repeatedly. I've done 2% damage to my lorry. I've incurred a £320 crash fine, and I've just incurred a £440 speeding fine. So I've probably cost myself about £2,000. £2,000 at this level of the game is not good. So yes, as I was saying, if we moved, we're going to buy a house. We're going to aim for a 2-bedroom house. There's not going that second bedroom is going to be a guest room for visitors, and we will have visitors, regular visitors. And so that's not going to be. It's not going to be possible to make that a game room, which is ideally what I would prefer. But if we move we've moved from our first house to our second house, and got a third bedroom, that third bedroom would almost certainly be my game room. In which case the Steam box becomes more attractive. But like I said, as I was saying, 3DO was a failed console. It was essentially like it was a license. It's essentially what Steam is. Steam have licensed their name to go on a box. They are licensing the manufacturers to use their iOS, which I think is built on Linux, and so they get to use the logo, and you get to plug your little box into your TV, and you have much more unobtrusive access to the Steam library. that does sound interesting, but it wouldn't work with Euro Truck Simulator, which is at the moment the only game I'm playing from Steam. In the sale, I bought Civ 5. When Democracy 3 comes down in prices, it undoubtedly will. In one of the sales, I'll pick that up as well, because that looks fascinating. But at the moment, I'm only playing Euro Truck Simulator, and Euro Truck Simulator 2 does not lend itself to the living room experience, particularly when at the moment I need a keyboard to play it. That's not a very living room experience. When I upgrade to my steering wheel, as I will do, then that's definitely going to remove the small, unobtrusive living experience from the equation, because my wheel is relatively large and it sits on a wheel stand which isn't small, and I'm recording it all, so once I've got the wheel, I'm going to want to be recording it on a game capture device. That's an extra box, that's more wires. Every bit of wiring you add to one of these things makes it less and less unobtrusive. So yes, the small living experience is not going to be compatible with my Steam library. If I was playing first-person shooters, then yes, it would be. But then if you're playing first-person shooters and with a controller, why the hell aren't you using a less expensive way of doing that, which would be a PlayStation or an Xbox? A PlayStation in the UK is £350. The cheapest of these Steam boxes that I've seen... Oh no! I'm going the wrong way. Right, I'm going to U-turn at this junction. Why on earth did I think that was the way to go? Go on. Okay. Please don't crash into me. I'm going to clatter into someone on the way out of this. I can see it now. Yep, there we go. Oh, gosh, are you kidding me? How the heck did I get away with that? I have no idea how the heck I got right. Right, we're back on track. After our idiotic failure to turn in the right direction, we're back on track. So we've got... What? I hit the engine ignition button and not the accelerator. What an uptick. I thought my engine was suffering from damage, and I was thinking, but it's only got 1% damage. How can it possibly be suffering from engine failures? It's got to hit the E key. Okay, it's getting dark, so I'm going to turn the lights on, but I'm going to turn the high beams off because they're unnecessary at 7 in the evening on a bright, what appears to be summer's evening. £6? That's not bad. Could have been worse, but then it was the shortest toll road I've ever been on. Right, so we're turning left here, so let's not turn right, because that would be silly. Okay, he's letting me go. Okay. That's because he wants to cross. And what I failed to realise was that he was in one lane and there was another lane behind him. And I just spotted that as that blue car flashed past. Okay, so we're very close to our destination now. We're very close to getting away with just 2% damage, because I think we could have, given that I totally screwed the pooch on the on leaving that motorway, it could have been a lot more. It could have been a lot worse. This is why I wanted to get that rest near Metz. Ugh, I'm furious with myself now. An hour and a half. Yes, I wanted to get that rest. This is why I wanted to get that rest. What I might have to do is take the rest before I drop. Oh, no, I can't. It's just occurred to me I can't. The rest isn't in the depot isn't in town. The depot is not in town. I need to put the hammer down and hope there's a rest spot at the quarry, because if there isn't a rest spot at the quarry, then I'm stuffed. So we are motoring much faster than we should be. We're doing what? Ooh, we're doing nearly 100k. That's definitely because we are going downhill, because this vehicle all by itself only does about 90. Yeah, I know you're tired. I'm tired too. I'm tired of your yawning. So a tactical error. I lack of concentration, which I'm going to blame on you guys in this video. And we should be alright. We should be near our destination. And we will deal with the consequences of our lack of sleep at the beginning of the next video. Won't that be fun? Actually, I need to put and put the high beams on, because ouch. Yes. Oof, got away with that. I got away with that. Yeah, no, I'm getting tired. I'm still a little sort of, oh god, and let's just add rain to the mix to make life even more difficult. It's recognised. I wonder whether the game recognises that you are late with your delivery and knows that rain will slow you down, and that's why it changes the traffic lights to red. That's why it puts traffic in front of you. Suddenly brake checking you. It wants you to fail. Or not wants you to fail, it wants to offer you the most challenge it can offer you. Ooh, lightning. I like lightning. Lightning's fun. I went to see a glacier at the beginning of the month. We went to see two glaciers, in fact. We went to see the Fox Glacier, but we couldn't get very close to it. So we went then to the Franz Josef Glacier, which is around the corner. It's about half an hour away. And that one was fantastic. We got much closer. But when once we were done, we decided to walk back to the car. It actually started to rain. It didn't just rain; it heaved it down. It was like a monsoon. And then, while we're in the middle of this open plain, because it's essentially a glacier has moved down this open plain. It's created this channel through the landscape. Which becomes this channel through the landscape, which becomes a river. But while we were walking through the middle of this open plain, thunder and lightning. Thankfully, it was relatively far away for us, and we were in the car, safely inside the car, before the environmental phenomenon could do us any harm, as a car is an incredibly safe place to be in a thunderstorm. An open plain, not so much. Under a tree, not so much. None of these places are a particularly good place to be during lightning strikes. Yeah, I'm going to get a whacking great big fine. I know it now. Quarry, actually. I think Quarry has a rest spot. I don't know where it is, but I'm pretty certain the quarries have a rest spot. Yes, they do. And it's not there. It's in fact just there. So we're going to rest and then deliver. Yes! Look at that. Oh, we avoided the sleep fine. We avoided the rain. Okay, it's very dark. It's a lot darker than I thought it should be. So where are we dropping this load? You can see that our income has dropped to 80,177. I can only assume that's because we've paid another instalment. Excellent. We're going to go round that trailer, and then we're going to come up on the other side, and we're going to pull a Yui. And hopefully that means we'll be able to drag the load through to the right place. Okay, that would be a no. No. Right. See if we can get this to green light for us. No, that's not going to work. Let's have another go at this. Oh, no, let's get right over. Will you let us have the green light? When you give us the green light? We got it. So, parking brake on, engine off. Let's see how bad this was. Good work, as I thought, good work. 926 kilometers, 40 hours and 32 minutes travel time, 412.1 litres of fuel. We got £21,247 base reward, 926 XP. We got a proficiency bonus of at level 13 of £4,143, a long distance delivery bonus at skill rank 2 of £1,979 and 231 XP, a high value cargo bonus at skill rank 2 of £1,979 but only 166 XP. We got a parking bonus of 45 XP, which has helped because the damage penalty that we incurred when we tried to park the lorry and when we scraped against the median has cost us a damage percentage penalty of 2%, which is £239 or 24 XP. So we got a total of £29,110 to spend, 1,344 XP, and guess what? We leveled up to level 14. We are still a skilled worker, but we have just scraped through to level 14. We have a total career experience XP level of 22,092. Our next skill level, 15, will be reached at 24,600. So our Glasgow to Strasbourg journey netted us a skill point to assign. In the next video, it exposed us to some upgrades for our truck, which we may or may not use depending on whether they're any good or not. And we have journeyed to Strasbourg in France. So in the next journey we will buy a truck, we will assign a skill point, we will check out the upgrades, although we will be unlikely to be able to afford any of them because of our new truck, and we will make a further journey. So until the next video, thank you very much for watching if you made it all the way to the end, and until the next video, I'll see you on the road.